Hello, people. Welcome to this match reaction. Yes, Chelsea just lost to Arsenal at the Emirates. Yeah, you know what? It's one of them ones, isn't it? It's just one of them ones, really. There's nothing much you can do about it. But the future looks bright, like the title of this thumbnail. The future looks bright. The future looks bright. I'm excited with the way the team played today. Even though, yes, we considered at the last minute, obviously a lot of the hard work and most of the work were already done in the first leg of the game. But, obviously the second leg, we came out to try our best at Stamford Bridge. You know what? The guys gave it all. They gave it all. So this match reaction is not really going to be long too much, to be fair. But yeah, they gave it all. They tried their best. They did what they could do. Obviously, like we did start out defending so that we didn't want it to be a painful defeat. Like they just ran outside of the pack. It wasn't one of those ones. So obviously we all knew what first half was meant to just defend. Some people were probably not happy about the fact that it's set up on a defensive note for the first half. But it's, what would you have done in that situation? You're going to the Emirates. You look at the caliber of players that are there. I'm not saying like they're the best in the world or we have to sit back on the back end to be worried about them. But we had to manage our expectation and we managed it well. Based on the level of player that we also had to play, Atto starting, played well, did well, held his position, stopped all the threat. That's one of the things I was glad about the defense today. The set pieces, we were there. The stuff that we were controlling, long throws into the box. Obviously, we didn't even add any today, to be honest. But I mean, the two crosses, we took care of it. We handled it well. There was no noise. There was no drama. There was no drama for that match. And, at Emirates, for us to keep it at 0-0 till that time. Yes, could we have gone? Yeah, losing my voice right. Could we have gone toe to toe with them from the start of the game? Yes, we could have, but I didn't think we had the squad to do that. Definitely not with somebody like Atto. We didn't have Pedro Neto neither. I'm calling these men that have really, probably haven't off. But obviously we didn't have that threat in the first half. Definitely, we didn't have that threat in the first half. We had more defense. We were playing five. We were playing most likely almost about 8 defenders, to be honest, in this game. We had Santos and Caicedo, and we had Hernandez right there with them. We had Cucurella, we had Atto, we had Gusto, that's so, and we had Fofana. In terms of defensive, while we were solid, we just needed more on the offensive side, which is to attack some more, get players more on the ball, and that's one of the things we couldn't do in that game. We couldn't break the line. Joao Pedro played well today. I'm impressed with his gameplay. The only person I'm not actually impressed with is what's his name, Delap. That's just I don't know what we have to do to Delap. I don't know how we have to get him to be in form. I don't know what we need to do to him to get him back into this game. It's just been shocking, really. He hasn't really offered much. That flank or that wing we were playing him at today, he didn't do anything. Crossing the ball into the there's nothing that annoys me more than nothing that annoys me more than strikers or wingers crossing the ball into the box with their head down. You're not even picking up anybody. And because he's a striker, it's not his wing. The stuff we used to see him do at Ipswich, picking up the ball and running at defenders and all that stuff. We're not getting that from the lab. We're not getting that. And I don't know how many game time he needs to get. I think he needs to see a therapy, to be honest. I think he needs to see a therapist, not a therapy. I think he needs to have a therapy or he needs to see a therapist because I think he's dealing with some anger issue. Because what I'm seeing in this game is a lot of aggression, but not a positive aggression, more of a beef or hatred or hatred. Aggression in terms of leaving your foot to just drop man, kicking man, elbowing man's, all those kind of things don't add anything to your game. It just takes away from your game. If you're frustrated, get frustrated on training ground, get frustrated in practicing after training, working on improving yourself. Don't come and take it out on mans that don't know nothing about it. And that's what I'm getting from Delap. There's no joy in his game. I don't know if anybody else is seeing that. If anybody else is seeing that, do let us know in the comments because I don't know if anyone else is seeing that. But there's no joy in his game. He's not happy. He's not having fun. It's not like Esteban that comes into the game around what time, 60th something minutes, and he's having fun. He's laughing with Santos in the box. That's somebody that is willing to enjoy the game. And the Lap is not enjoying the game. Let's be honest, it's not enjoying this game. So it really needs to work. It really needs to work on that. That's what I've noticed. It's just rather more hungry. It's rather more angry, and that's not going to help your game in any ways. He needs to sort that out. If he needs to see a therapist, I think he should. Yeah, that's the only guy I was actually not impressed with today. Enzo Fernandez, I can't be angry with him, to be honest, because, but three chances. Yeah, three chances, and then we just skied it. He needs to work on those shots. Frank Lampard, back in the days, man, them will be blasting that in. Cole Palmer's free kick, man. I missed Alex, man. Alex would have smashed that thing from directly at the keeper. Instead of trying to go over the wall, that could have just been a straight smash directly at the keeper. But it's one of those ones we take our losses. It's not a painful loss to me. Some Fofana crying on the pitch is a bit somber. I don't know what man was crying about. I don't know why man was triggered or whatever was. It's fine. It's a League Cup. It's not a Premier League. It's not a Champions League final. It's not a big tournament that you've come all the way so far. So yes, it is what it is. Where we should have done all the hard work was make sure we are secured our win or draw at Stamford Bridge, and then we come here and fight. The other disgracing part is Kai Havertz scoring against us and pointing at the badge. Well done, mate. Whatever, mate. We all know you were not. I can't diss you. To be honest, I can't even diss Kai Havertz, but it is what it is. You want to point at the badge for a team you barely won any major trophy at. So it is what it is for you. Whatever they've done for you that makes you want to point at the badge, go ahead. I mean, you basically won us the Champions League against Manchester City, and we are happy. Thank you very much, mate. You've added to our collection of trophies that the team you're currently playing for don't have. So, point at the badge all you want. You can do that all you want. That's you in it. That's you in it. But anyways, yeah. So it's not gonna be a long one. I mean, the future is bright. That's what I have to say. The future is bright. I think a sneeze is coming. Oh my god. Ooh, is it coming? Is it coming? Okay. No, it's not. Yeah. It's not coming. Yeah. The future looks bright. I'm glad the way all the defenders are playing. That's one of the things I wanted to point out. I'm glad with the way they're playing. Gusto is playing where he actually knows how to play. None of those inverted things he was doing back then for Maresca. Even though there's some places that it worked. It worked against PSG, but how long can you keep that for? And then we're seeing more from him, but obviously there's still stuff to improve. We still need to improve our attacking force. Definitely, we still need to improve it. And I don't think he's bringing players in. Maybe not. I don't know. If you think you should bring more players in, you can put that in the comments and let me see your views. But yeah, I don't think we should bring more players. And I think we just need to work and solidify. We need to get Cole Palmer back because Cole Palmer hasn't been giving us the stuff he used to give us before. We also need to check up with him to make sure he's okay too. I think it's a season to now that was before I was complaining about looking after some of these players, but I mean, with the gameplay today, with what I've seen, and meanwhile, this is probably like one of the first full game after West Ham game. This is the first full game I've watched, since this new manager came in. So you can see, is this sneeze coming? I hate this feeling when you get the sneeze and the sneeze does not come. Anyways, yeah. So the future looks bright. It looks bright. If we can keep this performance, keep this kind of defending, this kind of structure, and this kind of gameplay, I think we can do a lot of damage. Obviously, it's sad to consider at the last minute, but it made no difference regardless. We're already losing anyway. So, and we haven't gotten it. It wasn't like we got to go and then they come back in and they're scoring in. It would have been more painful. But, it's one of those ones. So it's nothing to beat the team about. Formation was great. At least it wasn't an embarrassing loss. It could have been embarrassing. Yes, it could have been, but it wasn't. And we thank God for that. So we look on to the next one. A lot of people are going to improve. That's what I'm glad. And a couple other defenders are out. Like we heard the news of Disasi. Tariq is also out and also gone to another team. So what we have now, we can really work with them. We just need our wingers. To be honest, that has been our main issue. Really, is our wingers not stepping up. not giving us that edge, or in that offensive side, in terms of putting pressure on the opponent, in terms of like doing, making the most of the ball. So that's where we struggle, because they easily lose the ball, and that's how things goes. That's how things goes bad for us, really. That's what it is. Like that goal we considered, Caicedo could not put a better cross in, and it was just probably a deflection or something. It just came out, and then they just outrun us because we've committed too much up front. So it's just sad. It's sad, but I mean, we tried. Based on this team, we got to the semi-finals. Not everybody got to the semi-finals, and the people probably laughing at us and making jokes didn't even get to the semi-finals. So yeah, the only person that can laugh out here now is just the Arsenal fans, really. Nobody else can really laugh at us. But yeah, hopefully the next set of game will be good. I think we're playing Wolverhampton. Let me just double check that. I mean, that's the next game. Probably Wolverhampton. Should be an easy 3 points. I don't want to jump too ahead of myself, but I don't really see anything. It was a 3 o'clock kickoff though, and it's all the way at Wolverhampton. Shouldn't be bad. Shouldn't be bad. I think that should actually help us build some more momentum, build some more fun, and rack up the points. Yeah. Liam Senior, so far you're doing well. I'm not on the edge. Other people might be stressing out. No, it's too early to stress out. Let's still give him some time. Let him try out some things that he wants to try out, and we move from there. At least I like the defense. I like taking care of some aspect that we're lacking before. Positioning easily, people just breaking through our lines, all those kind of things. Our gameplay, build-up play. Obviously, we still need to improve on that, but everything else so far, nothing's looking dangerous and nothing's looking worse. It's just now how to get the most out of our attackers. That's what I think we need to work on now, and we'll be all right. But the future looks bright. Don't worry, man. You guys can hold me to my words. I said it. The future looks bright. So yeah. All right, people. That's where we leave it tonight, and we'll see you when we see again. And stay blessed. Thank you to everyone that joined the live stream. Thank you for everyone watching the match reaction and liking the video and subscribing. God bless you. And Jesus loves you. Take care. Peace.